5 years.
You can put them as many people. You only have 5 years. Years carry. Once a guy's out of years, you can franchise him. When you franchise him, you can put as many years as you want on him. Guy can only be franchised once. Here's the debate. We voted last year that the franchises and the years all carry. So, let me, Jesus. So, if you trade a franchise, can we have multiple franchise players on a team?
I think yes.
No. I vote yes.
Because you use the franchise.
Let's just vote. What's the question? Is it for this year or for next year?
No.
This year. Starting today forward.
It would be for
this
next year.
is going forward.
It would be starting like
which makes having multiple franchise.
Yeah.
Our keepers have been declared.
Okay. I said you can't do it starting right now because that wasn't
keepers have
going
been
up.
declared. Nobody can change their shit right.
Well, I understand nobody can change their shit right now.
I was talking to him.
So you're
immediately
saying,
after the draft, if you wanted to trade,
that's what I'm saying. So through the season, you can have as many franchise players on your team.
If somebody traded it to you.
Every team has a franchise.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. Next year, when a team is traded for franchises, so you have AJ Green, LaShawn McCoy, and Demaryius Thomas all end up on the same team. So you have 3 franchise players on the same team. We're saying that's cool.
You can only keep one, but you can only keep one.
That person only used his
okay,
franchise.
but that's totally different from everything we've ever done.
The years stay with him, whatever the years were.
But that's the thing.
No,
the franchises stay as well.
The years always follow the contract.
Franchise stays.
So hey, are you saying that you can have one on your team?
You can only keep one of those 3 players then.
But hey,
because they have an F next to them.
Contract years follow.
You can only have one team with an F next to them.
Every team has an F.
Oh, you're wrong. You're wrong about that. We voted on that last year.
I'm sure we did, but we
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole point of voting for that is to make it so that people have to go back into the draft.
I guess my point is, guys, it's just like it is in the NFL today.
What I'm saying
Each team has a franchise.
That's not how we've ever done
But a franchise tag in the NFL is 1 year for the same reason.
The guy that they
Here's
put a
the thing.
franchise tag on to someone else.
The whole point of the years following is to force people back into the draft.
So you don't have to have both.
You're getting around that.
No, if you're dropping the F, people are just going to keep franchising the same guys over and over.
No, because they can only have one F on their team.
You just said they didn't. You said they could have as many as they want.
But
No.
you don't drop the F, but you can have multiple Fs
No.
on your team, so that if you had 3 guys on your team,
Yeah, that's
that had
fine.
Fs with 1 year,
I think that would be
just
fine.
traded for him in that year.
See, here's
But their years.
No, no. Here's the problem. No, here's the problem with your logic. Your logic does not work.
Nor can you refranchise.
No, that's bad logic.
So
Okay, the whole point. Hold on. The whole point.
Unless your other guy's year ran out. And
The-
the F tag dropped.
No, the whole point of doing this was to allow players to go back in the draft after their original years expired.
All right, so
That gets around it entirely because a team can just franchise a player and trade the player, and it creates the exact same problem we voted to get around last
If
year.
I franchise somebody for 3 years and I trade him to you, 2
Yeah.
years from now, you can't
Yeah, that's
refranchise
bullshit.
him.
You can't.
It goes back in the
Because that
draft.
guy's been franchised.
So the
So-
F stays, but you can have multiple Fs on your team.
Yeah. Well, so then you can't keep any Fs. You can only keep one F.
No, because the F's the
See, no.
4.5 contract.
No, yeah, you're saying the F doesn't stay. He disagrees with you. He's saying the F does not stay. He's saying the years stay.
no, the Fs have to stay.
The Fs stay.
Here's what we're voting on. You can now have as many Fs on your team as you want,
But the years stay.
but the years stay.
Right.
That's the
That's what
vote.
we
Once the years are up, they go back into the draft.
They can't be franchised again.
Well, no, that wouldn't happen if their rule goes through because somebody could just F them, like you could just trade them, F them again.
No.
After
No,
the
What's our
Chris, hold
franchiser
on.
done?
Wait, this is the issue.
See, you're wrong.
If
Well,
you have three already
the
on your
logic
team, and you have
wrong.
as many, you're just going to keep adding to them. So if you
Yeah.
have any on your team, you can't assign any.
because someone else could F them.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying if you the only time you can assign.
Yeah, they can. According to you, the F drops off.
We're saying that they can. So quit saying that we're saying they can, because we're saying they can't.
Okay. Here's the. Hold on. Here's
Yeah.
the thing.
This is the same problem. This is the same problem. The elite players just get
No,
When somebody
Traded.
trades though, nobody can
if you have
add
any
years.
Fs on your team, you can't assign it.
you what?
You can't assign a franchise if you have any franchises on your team.
I say
You can't assign a new one.
So
So if basically,
let's say
let's say somebody has 3 of them on their team and they have a player that they want to franchise, they
Let's say I
can't because they
franchise
have,
Lynch for 3 years.
they already have them.
Okay.
fuck this shit. Let's just fucking vote.
Let me follow
Okay.
this through.
I think everybody's got a clear picture of what it looks like. Let's
You're
just
gonna
vote.
get Lynch with 2 years on it.
I have no idea what we're doing now.
But his
Whether or not you can have multiple, whether or not you can trade your franchise player to another team that already has a franchise for you, essentially is the vote.
he's gonna go back.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're voting. Hey, it's a simple vote. Can you have multiple franchise players on your team? Yes or no? Yeses.
What's that?
Can you
1,
trade your
2,
franchise player to
3,
another team that
4.
already has a franchise player?
And you
5.
keep the years stay and the F
The years
stays.
stay.
The years stay. The years always
And
stay.
the F designation stays, so that player cannot be franchised
That's
again.
Again,
Exactly
nor
right.
kept again, so he's
That's
in the draft.
exactly
No, they're saying you can keep him again.
No.
No, we're not.
We've said you know that we're not saying
We're
that.
not
so you're
saying
just
that.
So-
saying
We're
that
not
we
saying
are.
that.
No, the thing is, if the years.
So if I have a franchise player that I put 3 years on today, you have a franchise player on your team. I trade you that franchise player. You can't keep my player the next year.
Yes, I can, because the contract.
Years stay.
Because the
Yeah.
years
Yes,
got
you got
1
2
year
more
left.
years left. Now,
Oh, see, I consider keeping the act of keeping. You consider keeping adding more
The contract
years.
always follows.
You can't add more
which is-
years.
You can't add more years.
Yeah, I didn't say add more years. I said keep
That's
again.
what's critical. The contract years always follow.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
said
matters.
keep.
But you,
So
you can never add more.
Here's
right.
Okay,
Okay.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. They trade Des Bryant and Marshawn Lynch get traded. So now Colt 45 has 2 franchises for 5 years. Next year he's going to have 2 franchises for 3 years.
So
He will be able to still keep both of them, but they both have franchises.
But once the guy that I trade for is years from now, he's gone.
And he can't pick any new
Okay.
franchise player.
Alright.
Wait, here's one question I have.
And he can't pick another franchise player.
Regardless, Marshawn Lynch, 2 years is in the draft. Right, 3 years, AJ Green.
No matter what team
no matter what
he
team
trades.
he's on.
And you can't franchise
But
another
wait,
player.
here's the wrinkle.
Right, you
Hey,
can't.
and I'm going to need you to join in on this. Here's my
franchise
question.
a third
Wait,
another player.
here's the deal. I think it's you can't use your franchise on more than one player, right? So here's my question.
No,
wait,
you can't assign
wait,
another
let-
franchise once it's done.
But wait, right. Well, here's my question is, let's say, okay, I've got Lynch. Let's say I trade him.
I got you.
And then I trade for AJ Green, so he's over here.
They both run out of 2 years.
Wait, he used his franchise on me.
No, you can't.
I used my franchise on him to trade away. So my franchise.
No.
You can't franchise another
add
player.
anymore.
While there's
when
an F on
Alshon's
your team.
done, you can't add a franchise to him.
While there's an F on your team, you can't add another F.
That's right. That's right.
You can't
That's always been the rule.
You can't F someone while
You
you're
can
already
have more than one, but you can't then be like, oh, I'm a franchise third guy.
while you're effing somebody. You can't F somebody else.
That's exactly right. Can we all vote?
Right, here are the provisions.
Yeah, I'll vote for that. I'll vote for
If you
that.
have any Fs on, you have any franchise players on your team, you can't add another one via assigning them.
Yeah.
You can only get it through trade.
Via trades. Okay, everybody good?
Good.
So wait, hold on.
Wait, are we gonna vote?
Let's say,
But it passes.
let's say next year,
4, 5, 6, 7.
let's say next year Webster has three Fs on his team. He trades one to T. Can T franchise him? Because he doesn't have any franchises on his team.
He can't franchise anyone else.
So then,
He's my franchise.
That's right. All right.
Now,
And that player cannot be franchised again.
If I had already had one,
if he already had one, and he
then I would have two.
Yeah, exactly. If you trade your F, can you make somebody else a franchise player?
If you have no franchises on your team, you can assign a new franchise
If you
tag.
just traded him right, you could say, okay.
Yes.
So next year, if you trade this year, if you trade Demarius away, you'd be able to franchise Antonio Brown going into next year.
I should have fucking done that before the season.
Well, you shouldn't have kept it Demarius Thomas for 3 years.
With that in mind, if that passes.
It's already passed.
Passed?
Yeah.
Bass.
Alright, do we have any other rules?
God, I hope not.
Oh, hey, no, there is a new rule. Hey, there is a new rule. Next year, if I don't have keepers by the deadline, you get what is on your team.
Yes.
What carries forward.
But the deadline has to be communicated like at least 2 weeks in advance.
That's fine.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's always gonna be, hey, the deadline is the Saturday before this Saturday. So I communicated it a full year before.
You better go. You better go tell.
If you don't have your keepers in by 5 p.m. the Saturday before this Saturday,
We're going Saturday now.
Fine, the Sunday before. I don't give a shit. I'll communicate it a month before.
You're communicating right now.
You're just getting it.
No.
All right.
Shitballers on the clock.
Anybody else?
This is gonna be published somewhere, guys. We got the rules right
On
here.
YouTube?
Yeah.
Anybody else have anything?
We want multiple camera angles.
Yeah.
Mark it, dude. Mark it
0, dude.
Mark it.
Are we done with the rules? Can I stop recording?